All right, next up is number 8. You know, when I was growing up, this was number 1. So, like, the pro shop used to just be over here on the right side of the tee. Um, there was a huge tree that we called it. It was like the shade tree. That's where everybody kind of hung out after they finished and when everybody was starting. And yeah, this was the opening hole when I was a kid, but now it is number 8. It's a very short par 4. It's under 300 yards, so it can definitely be driven by longer hitters. It's hard to really see everything now with the overcast, so let's go ahead and just kind of get a little bit further up the hole here so we can see what's going on. Well, let's back up a little. Now, if you're taking on this green, right, the left side opens up as far as once you've driven it up here, as far as the pitching areas. Over here on the right, there's a huge tree just short right of the bunker that will block and like kind of deflect and swat your ball down if you are taking it up the right side. You know, here's kind of where the green is in the middle here between these two lines. So, but longer hitters can carry the tree on the right too. The main thing is getting past everything. So if you can carry it 280 or more, you've kind of gotten past all the trouble at that moment. Now shorter hitters, because the hole will bottleneck, you know, they want to try to get themselves in a position here that from anywhere from about 100 to 70 yards. So the fairway width at this moment, this would probably be about 100 out, maybe a little less. It's very wide. Let's say this is 80 out. You can see it gets a little less wide. Let's say this is 50 out. You can see the fairway starts bottlenecking. So if you're driving the ball 250, 260, there's really no reason to try to drive it up in here. You're going to get caught behind this tree a lot. You're going to get caught behind this tree guarding the front right of the green, and it just makes the accuracy of your shot, the demand of it, twice as difficult, and all you're really going to gain is maybe what, 20 yards on a pitch shot, which isn't going to really make that much easier than pitching from 80. So shorter hitters need to position themselves somewhere from about 180 yards or 100 to 80 yards in. That way the fairway is at its widest moment, and it gives them a little bit more wiggle room per se off the tee. So now we're getting up near the green here. You can see it's guarded by a bunker short left and a bunker short right. So a front pin location can be tricky at times if you are approaching in, because there's not going to be a lot of room to stop that, or a lot of room to even land that. So make sure you're getting past that so you can putt back up towards the center of the green, because the putting on this green isn't too difficult, you know, regardless of where you're at, because the slopes just aren't very severe. So this is what I was talking about from the tee box, is if you can get past about 270, right? You can see now you can drive it here, here, here. You can get caught behind this tree, but you can always just kind of punch it back down where you're not going to be caught in jail per se. But you know, all of these spots at this moment are open. For instance, you will have a pitch in to be able to try to get up and down for your birdie. Right, this might be the one situation where playing short of the hole would actually be a bad idea, because you can see the defense of the hole is short. There's really not a lot of apron here to actually even get the ball into if you were trying to lay short. So don't be afraid of kind of going long here. The pitches from long back in aren't too difficult, so this would be the one time you would want to try to get past the pin. But the green itself doesn't have a lot of slope. It will be sloping this way a touch, and it'll slope a little bit off this right side, but the main slopes kind of come back down into the front of the green. So this is definitely a birdie hole for all players, just based on its length. And right, you're just trying to get a good strategy off the tee box. That way you don't get caught in any kind of funny spots. So yeah, that's hole number 8. It's a fun golf hole. And yeah, this was the hole that we used to start all the rounds on as number 1 as a kid. So I got a lot of memories with this hole. Alright, we'll go ahead and move on to the next one.